Dreams were the reflection of our subconscious and the things we were feeling but suppressing. I didn't dream that often, and I would usually forget my dreams as soon as I would open my eyes. But this time, the dream seemed so real, as I could feel the smell of freshly baked cookies and the warmth of somebody's body next to mine. Just as I was on that short line between reality and dreams, I started to remember the previous night. I remember Akiko's goodnight kiss. I opened my eyes. I'm not dreaming. Somebody's sleeping in my bed. I slowly turned to the side and my eyes met the eyes of my boyfriend. His look was dreamy and loving. He'd been watching me in my sleep. Honey, how long have you been lying here? Why didn't you wake me up when you came?
Good morning, my love. I didn't want to wake you, because I enjoyed watching you. You were smiling in your sleep. You must have dreamed about something nice.
Yeah, I dreamed about cookies. I can still sense their smell. That's weird.
Then I can say I made your dream come true. Since I bought you chocolate muffins for breakfast.
That's so kind of you.
Come on now, chop chop. Akiko's waiting to have breakfast with us.
Come on, sleepyheads! We don't have all day!
Here we are, Akiko. We're up. I almost had a heart attack. I was still sleepy and I wondered who was laying in my bed.
That was the fastest way to wake you up!
Thanks for letting me in, Akiko. It was nice watching her sleep.
You're welcome!
We dug into the chocolate muffins and talked casually. At some point, Akiko mentioned we won't be seeing her in the next couple of days. Where are you going to be, Akiko?
I'm going on a short trip with Tadaki. We realized that we simply couldn't find the time to see each other during the week, and that the only way to escape our daily commitments would be a weekend getaway.
What a great idea. I myself thought about how nice it would be to get away from all the work and stuff.
Lucky you, Akiko. You'll have plenty of time for yourselves.
And we'll use it to the fullest. I hope nobody will disturb us and call us.
But what if something terrible happens and I need you?
Hey, you're not alone. I must say I feel a little bit insulted, because you don't see me as someone who could help you and protect you.
Oh baby, I know, but it's a little risky going away and quit talking to anybody. I'm gonna be worried.
Come on, little girl, grow up! You're in good hands! No one's gonna die.
Don't talk like that, Akiko.
No, really.
Akiko, go with a clear conscience. I'll take care of your roommate and your apartment.
I have no doubts about that. You'll be totally on the loose. Enjoy.
Have a nice trip, Akiko. And call me when, as a matter of fact, just forget it.
See you in a couple of days.
Bye.
Akiko only took a small suitcase with the bare essentials and left without telling us where she was going. We respected her decision to stay discreet, and we didn't ask any further questions. I was just about to clear the table when he stopped me from doing it.
Leave that for later. We have an empty crib. I know so many ways we can take advantage of that.
Interesting. What do you have in mind?
I can help you with the dishes my own way.
I can't wait to see you in action. I was just wondering what would be the fastest way to...
It's this one.
He took me by the waist with one hand and pushed the plates aside with the other. One of them slid off the table and broke, but we didn't care. His face was slowly beginning to show an evil grin. I read his lips, "You're going down." He pulled me closer to him and put me up on the table. His hands were gently moving along my thighs, while his every touch was making me feel weaker. Yeah, I surely was in good hands. Everything was just fine, except for the dishes, of course.
At our mutual pleasure, I got rid of our problem.
This was very creative, baby. And now we could really clear this mess.
I was afraid you were gonna say that.
We took care of the kitchen and made some coffee. He was sitting opposite me, but his eyes were wandering. You're pensive. You must be plotting something.
You're right. You don't miss a thing, do you?
So, will you tell me what it is?
Yeah, I'd like the two of us to have a weekend getaway, too. I think we both need it. So, get ready. I'm taking you someplace nice this weekend.
Now you got me interested. You're not gonna tell me where we're going?
No, that's a surprise. I'm gonna prepare everything we might need for the trip now.
But how can I know what I should pack if I don't even know where we're going?
Let's just say you won't be needing too much clothes. Be creative, and quick, please.
He winked at me and kissed me goodbye. I was just about to text him and try to persuade him to reveal his plan, but I was disturbed by the texts that kept arriving in our ChatLinx group. The following day. The romantic weekend was about to begin. In fact, it would have started a few hours before if my boyfriend had packed on time. I was in the hall, sitting on my suitcase and waiting for him. I was killing time by playing a game on my cell, and I kept rushing him. Honey, when do we go?
Right now.
Oh, you finished your packing already?
I did, 15 minutes ago. You would have noticed that if you hadn't been staring at your cell phone.
You're so considerate. You waited until I finished the level so I wouldn't get killed.
Yeah, that's true love. And now, the final preparations before the trip.
Step out of the door?
That too. But before that, let's turn off the mobile data on our cell phones. We go illegal this weekend. No games, no social networks, no texting. Just you and me.
At first it was easy. We called a cab and tossed our cell phones into our suitcases. But after just a few minutes, I caught myself reaching for my pocket, wanting to check something on my cell. He noticed that and took my hand, so he would remind me that his warm palm felt way better than a cold cell phone. On our way to the mysterious place, my boyfriend was very secretive. When we finally arrived at the hotel, I realized why. The moment I entered our room, I was totally blown away. My boyfriend managed to surprise me big time. That was not an ordinary hotel room, but a suite with a private garden and a huge outdoor bathtub. I opened the sliding door which led to the patio, and breathed in the pleasant smell of pines.
Is this experience worth switching off our mobile phones?
Of course it is. I'm speechless, babe. This is one hell of a surprise.
I feel relieved now that I know you're willing to escape the world with me. I was afraid you'd judge me.
You silly boy, look at this place. What girl wouldn't be happy with this magical weekend getaway? I'm so excited, I think my heart's gonna burst out my chest.
I can't wait to relax in a warm bath under the clear sky.
He approached me from the back and put his hands on my shoulders. That made me so calm, his warm touch and a gentle kiss on the neck. I don't want this day to end.
Unfortunately, I can't stop the time, but I'll try my best to make this day unforgettable.
I have to take a pic of the room and brag about it on social networks.
Absolutely not. You know the rules. No mobile phones, no internet. Just the two of us.
I had to at least try.
Be careful. I'll keep an eye on you. Now, I want you to put on something comfortable. It would be a shame not to use all the perks of this suite.
I opened my suitcase and started digging through my clothes. I couldn't remember if I had brought a swimsuit. I had criticized my boyfriend for taking forever to pack, and now I was the one to be criticized. I'm sure I put it in this compartment. I found it. It fits me perfectly. And I never go on a trip without it. I stood in front of him full of confidence just to see his reaction.
I changed my mind. I'll stay in bed all day and watch you walk around in that sexy swimsuit.
Dream on.
Don't be so cruel. Hey, come back here.
I'll go check if the water is hot. I touched the surface of the water with my bare foot and stepped in. Step by step, I was already waist deep in the water. My boyfriend was watching me as if he was hesitating whether to approach me. That made me even more excited.
You're so beautiful. I could watch you all day.
What are you waiting for? Take off your clothes and join me.
Yes, ma'am. Right away.
I was speaking from the water, tempting him to come closer. I took off my clothes underwater. He drew me closer and started kissing me passionately. while his hands were gliding all over my naked body. That moment remained seared into my memory forever. Every time I would remember that day, I'd feel the same excitement taking over my body. The following morning.
Wake up, sleepyhead.
Still half asleep, I was trying to find my phone on the nightstand. I wanted to see what the time was. I couldn't find it. Good morning. I'm still sleepy. What's the time?
I don't know, and I don't care. It's morning, that's for sure. I brought you breakfast.
He pushed forward a small breakfast tray with orange juice and a toast on it. Thanks, love. You're pampering me. Be careful not to spoil me.
You're welcome. I'll do anything to make you feel comfortable and happy.
I reached for the glass, and after the first sip, I started sneezing.
Bless you.
Thank God.
Bless you. Come on, sneeze one more time for good luck.
I hope this sneezing doesn't turn into a cold.
That just means I'll have to take better care of you. I love hugging you. I adore the smell of your hair. I wouldn't mind it if we stayed snuggled under the blanket the entire day. How you holding up without the internet and your phone?
I don't miss my phone, and I certainly don't miss its constant beeping. I just have a habit of looking at my phone and checking the time, even though it's not important to me. I can't explain it.
It happens to me sometimes. I unlock the phone for some reason, lock it again, and put it back in my pocket.
It's such a burden. Thanks for making a peaceful weekend possible. We both needed it badly. I turned toward him and laid my head on his chest. I threw the blanket over my head and kissed him under it. For the rest of the day, I didn't even think about my phone, about the job, friends, or college. This trip brought us together. We were one. We didn't need any words because we understood each other's looks and touches. It was so relaxing. But the time was passing, and we had to go back to our everyday duties. I returned from the trip, feeling fully motivated and in a very good mood. Well, except for the cold, everything was perfect. Akiko, are you home?
I'm here, in the living room.
I left my suitcase in the hall and joined Akiko in the living room. She was sitting on the floor, her eyes fixed on the laptop screen. She just nodded her head when I came in, because she couldn't stop typing. Are you writing a paper, or is that a dash of inspiration for a novel?
Nothing of the sort. How did you spend your weekend?
I've spent the most romantic weekend ever.
So things got hot. I'm glad for you two. It's nice to see you all happy and content.
And you? What have you been up to?
I was doing the work of two.
You shouldn't have. You could have waited for me. I would have helped you.
Are you messing with me? Your head is still in the clouds. What was the last thing you did before you went on your honeymoon?
I remembered the group chat we had with Mizuki. I published a post about our new app on all the social networks. And then I went on the trip and turned my phone off. Akiko couldn't contact me. Oh, I remember.
You see? The inbox is full! I'm getting hundreds of thousands of emails each day with the same content.
Are they asking about the release date of the app?
Yes, and not just that. Look at the comment section. Each and every girl has the same problem. They think they're dating a guy they've met online.
That's both romantic and sad. How can they be dating someone they've never kissed?
Ask them. I wouldn't mind taking a break. I can't feel my fingers.
Akiko went to the kitchen to make some coffee, so we would have enough energy to handle everything that was happening on social networks. As soon as we would respond to a few emails, we would get 5 more. Akiko, this is pointless. I think we should stop replying.
That's not a good idea, and you know it. Our goal is to collect necessary information about our users' needs.
I know exactly what they need to be able to use the app ASAP. We have to use this opportunity before someone steals our idea.
You're right, but I don't think Katsumi would like that.
Katsumi will also benefit from this. Our potential users will help us improve the app.
Yeah, they've already given us a lot of feedback. The most frequently asked question is how to find the person behind a fake profile.
That's great news. If we include that option, our app will be unique.
Rokuro said we couldn't do that.
His job is to find a way to make it work without breaking the law. He will have to help us.
Yeah, if we make him.
Akiko, you can make anyone do anything. It would start a revolution on social networks. Just imagine.
No one else would end up played or heartbroken. I don't want to wait anymore. Let's publish the app now. We don't need Mizuki's approval. It is our app.
We can always unpublish it, right?
Exactly! We can go back anytime, but we won't get too far if we miss the right timing to publish it.
Akiko put the cursor over the publish button. We were one click away from going live with our app. We exchanged meaningful looks and started counting.
3,
2,
1!
Published!